everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here then hello. I hope you enjoyed this video. Today's video is going to be bleaching, toning and doing a shadow route on my hair. This is why I've got my hair like this, because I completely forgot to intro the video and I didn't want to spoil the before and afters for anyone, because I love seeing them. I love seeing what people's hair looks like before and after, so I didn't want to ruin or spoil the colour for you. So I will stop rambling on and we'll get straight into the video. But before I do, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment anything you want down below. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into the video. And so I am fully aware that these roots look horrendous. So today we're going to fix them. Just how juicy is this cup, by the way. As you all are probably aware, for today's video I am going to be bleaching my hair once again. It's been so long since it's been done that, like, I mean, look at that. And yeah, my hair is ridiculously greasy right now. But lesson number 101 in bleaching one's hair is to not bleach it while it's clean, because it'll sting your scalp like a bitch. So that's why my hair is literally like stuck to me. But anyway, enough about the greasy wig. So I am just gonna part my hair into a hot cross bun. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm not gonna part my hair, is it really that important? Yes, it's really that important. It will make so much difference in your colour application that, like, it's just totally worth it. Like, I just don't even understand why you wouldn't. In today's video as well, I am also going to be showing you guys how I do a shadow route. It looks so much nicer, so much more natural, and when your hair grows out, it just takes that little bit longer to notice your roots. I have got the Wella Blondor Bleach. I got this from Sally's. You can also order it online. It's pretty much available anywhere. This is one of my favourite bleachers. They use like an anti-yellow bleach, so it, like, you don't get like no yellow whatsoever, but it's definitely it's definitely less yellow than some of the ones that I've used. So I'm just gonna pour a bit of that in there. If you are gonna weigh it out, they just do equal parts bleach and developer. If you're doing this yourself and you're quite slow at it as well, I'd start at the back, do the whole back section, rinse that bit out, just leave that bit in a bobble or something, and then do the front, because then that way you'll get a more even colour on the front and the back. Because obviously, so I'm going to start with this section here, but what I am going to do first is I'm just going to go all the way through the middle of my hair. Normally you just do the back bit, the actual sections that you're working on, but I'm going to do these two little sections here, just purely because I have very, like, stubborn hair there, which it tends to, like, just go orange, like, no matter how many times I bleach it or how long I leave the bleach on for. So I'm going to start at the back. I've got a mirror behind me and I'm just going to go all the way through that middle part, just on the mid. So we're not going to touch the root, and we're also not going to touch the blonde bit. Obviously, if you've got all brown hair, you want to obviously carry that on from where I've done it all the way down to about where your ends start to get a little bit dry. And I'm just going to do the same through this section. So once we have done all the, like, I call it the quad section, hot cross bun section, that's when we're going to go in and we're going to start at the back and we are going to do each section until we get to the bottom. If you find it a little bit easier, it might be easier for you to start at the bottom and work your way up, but personally I find it easier to start at the top, flip that one over and then just keep going. So as you can see, we are not touching that root, and we're going to try and avoid the blonde as well, even though I've just blatantly got it on there. Try and take as small sections as possible, and you want to make sure you're really saturating the hair. If you can see hair through it, there's probably not enough bleach on there. So we've just completed that first section and we're just going to move on to this section. So just like before, you just want to do the mid and leave the root, like so. Remember when I first ever bleached my hair and it was jet black. It had been black for years as well. So I got my mum to bleach my hair. Well, I bleached it about twice and then I got my mum to do it because it was literally bright orange and patchy. So my mum helped me out, tried to fix it the best she could. And I remember the top of it was literally like a white blonde, because obviously I didn't know not to do the roots first, and I didn't know that the black artificial colour was, well, I knew it was going to go orange, but I didn't know it was going to actually be that hard to get out. And yeah, so I got my hair to like bleach blonde, and then I just never toned it. Like, I just left it bleach blonde and thought that was a lot. Don't know what the hell I was thinking. Honestly, when I look back now at the colour hair I had, I was like, oh my god, it was horrendous. And then I must have had the bleach blonde hair for about 5-6 months, if that. And then I thought, me and two of my friends, we were in a hairdressing college, but we'd only done level 1, so we literally only knew how to like literally fucking blow dry hair. We did not know anything about colour, but we thought we knew everything at this point. So we goes to Superdrug on the way home from college. There was one literally like 5 minutes down the road, and we goes in there and buys hair dye. So at this point, obviously my hair is like white bleach blonde, like there's no colour in there whatsoever. And I decided to pick up an ash blonde, a dark ash blonde at that. Now if you know anything about hairdressing, no, light ash brown it was, sorry, not dark ash blonde. So it looked like blonde on the picture. It was really, really like brown, like dirty blonde, like ashy colour. Looked gorgeous. It was a nice and easy one. I even remember the box and everything. So we get to this hair dye and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna look amazing. I'm gonna have like ashy blonde hair. This is before ash blonde hair was like an actual thing as well. We get to the hair dye. We all picked one each, and we all take them back to my friend's house. So I do her hair, she does yeah, so we're putting this grey colour on. It's supposed to be like brown, and as you're all aware, if you've got like a grey based colour, it turns purple first. Like the colour goes purple in the bowl when you're doing it. So it goes purple in the bowl and I'm like, oh, it should be alright, not to worry anyway. Puts it on my hair. It must have been in my hair for about 10 minutes and my whole head just went this like dark purple colour. So anyway, so I'm like, what the hell's going on at this point? Half of my head's purple. I'd only put the colour on the top half of my head, the bottom half of my head was still blonde. Like, we hadn't got that far through it, that's how like quick it had started developing. So I'm like, oh my god, no, this is horrendous. So instead of finishing and putting the colour on my whole entire head, I'm like, no, I'm washing it off now, halfway through it. So we washed the colour off and my hair was grey. And when I say grey, I don't just mean like a nice blonde grey, no. You know, like the colour of like school jumpers, like dark grey, and they have like weird like dark speckles running through them. That is what my hair looked like. It was it was so horrendous. And bear in mind as well, this is when like grey hair wasn't a thing. Like, it wasn't fashionable back then to have grey hair. Like, I was about 15, so it was about 10 years ago. It was literally like the most hideous coloured grey, and the bottom half of it was still this ugly white bleach blonde. It was literally the most horrendous hair colour ever. So at this point I'm like, there's not much I can do about it now. All the shops are shut. I can't really go and get another hair dye. You'll have to just leave it till in the morning. At this point as well, like half of my hair had fell out because of the bleach, and I was still like doing these stupid things to me. I don't know what I thought I was doing, to be honest. So I had to go to college with grey hair, and then when I got there, I remember my tutor was literally just looking at me like, what the fuck have you done? I did eventually get a brown dye and put it on, but even that was a disaster because I didn't get one with any red coloured in it. So as you can probably imagine, my hair went green. With me, you could literally, I had like khaki green hair. It was literally the most horrendous thing ever. So now, as you can imagine, it's time to do the roots. So, like before, I'm just going to go around all of the quarters first. I'm going to go around right through the middle, and then all the way around. Also, when you're doing your roots, when you're going back through, this is the perfect opportunity for you to find any little spots you might have missed, if you have missed any. As I am just going to do that exact process on all of the rest of my hair, and then I will come back to you when my whole hair is covered in bleach. Hello everyone, so that is my whole head covered in bleach, and yes, I have gone this far onto my forehead because I literally see so many people who forget to do this little tiny bit of the hairline there. I've done it myself, like honestly a million times, so now I just make sure that I literally drown the front of my head in bleach to make sure that it's all covered. So now I am literally going to leave this on my head for about, I'm going to try and leave it on for 45 minutes. Sometimes I don't last the full 45 minutes because it burns like a motherfucker. But I'm going to try and at least get it to 35 minutes because obviously the back of it's already been on for a while anyway. So, hey Google, can you set a timer for 45 minutes?
Okay, 5 minutes. Starting now. Side note, if you need an alarm in this room in the morning, I can do that too. Just say, set an alarm for 7 AM.
It's not what we asked, is it? Hey Google, can you set a 45-minute timer? So I'm going to let this marinate on my hair for a while, and then I'm going to show you guys how I tone the bottom, and I'm also going to do a shadow root in this video. Bradmondo, eat your heart out. And I've just washed that bleach out. The light on it is making it look less yellow than it actually is. Let's just say. So now we're going to sort out this ugly yellow colour because nobody wants that. So for my ends I am going to use the Indola 832. I always wanted to focus on my face. Which is light blonde gold pale. Now normally I just use the blonde pale, which is the 8, well I usually use the 9-2. But that's in the summer when I want to be more like a light ashy blonde, but with it being winter. But in the winter I like to just go a tad shade darker and just add a little bit more depth with the tone, so that's why I go for the golden pale instead of just pale. And then on my roots I am going to be going in with a 7-0, if you can see that. Just to make my roots a little bit darker than the rest of my hair and give it a little bit of a shadow root. So I will section it from the bottom all the way to the top. And I will just do it in rows, like so. With the toner you've got to move a lot faster because obviously you don't want it like a lot darker in other places. So that's why I tend to start at the bottom and quickly just whiz my way through my hair. I'm going to mix it with 10 ball peroxide, but I haven't got a 10. We've only got a 20, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to part dilute this with a little bit of water, which will take it down to a 10 ball. I'd explain the maths to you, but to be honest, I just remember it. I don't actually remember what the logic was behind it, but let me root colours mix up. I need to quickly mix the colour for the ends. You want to make sure you've got like 2 different brushes and 2 different bowls, so you can try and remember which one's which. So the yellow one is my root colour and the black one is for the ends. From here all the way to the bottom, and then we're going to do the roots. And you want to try and work as fast as possible so the colour comes out as even as possible. You want to get your other colour and you just want to touch up them roots. And then you want to try and like run your fingers together to like blend that colour in. And then we just keep doing that until we get to the top. So I'm just going to finish toning this, leave this on for about 20 minutes, half an hour, wash it off, and then I'll come back to you guys and show you what it looks like. Hello everyone, so it is now the next day after I finished bleaching and toning my hair, and this is the finished result. As you can see, we've just got that little tiny bit of shadow root at the top, just to try and make it look that little bit more natural, and I think it really does make it look natural, to be honest. And then when your roots do grow through, they're not going to look as bad because you've already got that like graduation of going into a darker colour. The last thing you would have seen would have been me being applying the hair colour, semi-permanent hair colour as toner. Basically all I did was leave that on my hair for about 20 minutes. And then I rinsed it out, blow dried my hair, and then this morning I just curled it a little bit just to make it look a bit more nicer, and I absolutely love this colour. Now normally I'd go for a lot more of an ashy colour, but with it being autumn winter at the minute, I like to go a little bit more warm toned, if that makes sense. So guys, this is the finished look after the tone, after the bleach, tone and shadow root. You can do the shadow root and the bottom toner separately if you're not too confident on doing them both at the same time, or you can just do them at the same time to save time like I did. But yeah, so I was saying, I really like this colour in the autumn winter time. It's just that little bit, just gives it a little bit more warmth. And then in the summer months I do like to go a little bit more ashy and cool tone. So if you are looking for a more cool toned, I'd use the Pale, like I said, or an 01. So yeah, my colour on the ends is an 832, which is a gold pearl, and then for the top I used a 7M, yeah. And I just mixed a tiny little bit of that 832 in with it, just to give it a little bit more depth and warmth to the colour, because 7O can be quite like ashy. So yeah guys, that is my hair all finished and done. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you again soon. If you've got any questions or anything that you feel like I missed out the video, just comment them down below and I'll try and answer all of them. Then please don't forget to like and subscribe, it will really help my channel out and I really do appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye guys.